Hi love, I'm Maya and you are watching MayaLunaCorazon crochet channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful Judy Love cardigan. But before we start this project, I would like to introduce you to Amanda Love Santo.
Hi everyone, I'm Amanda Love Santos and I also make crochet videos here on YouTube. My channel is all about creating. I love crochet fashion, I love upcycling old clothes and making whatever I can dream up in my mind. I focus on crochet tutorials and DIYs where I show you step by step from beginning to end. And sometimes I even dabble in sewing and other creative projects. I share on my channel to encourage your creative spirit, show you how to make something that's beautiful and that you'll actually use and love to wear. So after Maya's video is done, I invite you all to come over to my channel, see how I made this beautiful, super easy, chunky infinity scarf. It's a great crochet project for beginners and perfect for the cooler weather. Hope to see you there.
In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this Judy Love cardigan in size small. If you want to make in different sizes, I would suggest you to purchase the written pattern from my Ravelry or Etsy shop. This pattern is the multiple of 3 plus 1, so I'm going to show you in this small swatch of 12 plus 1. For size small, you're going to chain 126 plus 1, and this project I'm using wool ears from Lion brand and it's weight 4. We start with crochet hook number 6.5 millimeter hook. Later on we will chain to 6 millimeter hook. So go ahead, chain 126 plus 1 for size small. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm just going to do only 12 plus 1. You just make chain for size small and you will know how we're going to do it. So for row 1, you will add double crochet in 4th chain from hook. Skip next 2 chain and 3 double crochet in next chain. And skip next 2 chain. And again 3 double crochet in the next chain. So you're going to repeat that till the end of your row. In my case, it's just here. I make it small because as you see, you're going to repeat the same and the same again. And I'm so sorry for the video is not focused. I'm trying to find the right angle to film this one for you. And I'm still learning with this camera. So pretty much of this row, you're just going to add 3 double crochet, skip 2, and next stitch of 3 double crochet like so for the first row. This is what it looks like. No matter how many chain you have, so in the end you're gonna end with 2 double crochet in your last chain at the end of the row. For row 2, chain 3 and count as 1 double crochet. Skip the first double crochet and add 1 double crochet in the next double crochet from previous row. Chain 2. Now you're going to add 3 double crochet cluster. This is how you make 3 double crochet cluster. If you don't see it very well, I have one slow motion of 3 double crochet cluster video I will add for you. You will see the card above the corner around here on the right side. But the 3 double crochet cluster is pretty easy. Now chain 2 and be prepared to make 3 double crochet cluster again. I hope you can see it now. Now you have 3 loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and now you have 4 loop, and now yarn over, pull through 4. That is 3 double crochet cluster. Chain 2, and then you're just gonna repeat that until the end of the row, and at the end of the row you only add 2 double crochet cluster in the end of the row. And then you complete row 2, chain 3, turn outward. This chain 3 count as 1 double crochet. Now you're going to add 3 double crochet in that chain 2 space from previous row. And just repeat that over and over again. And now when you come to the end, you add 1 double crochet in third chain of turning chain. Now off the camera again. But here you see, you just add 3 double crochet in every chain 2 space across the row. Doesn't matter how many chain you have. Again, just make sure that your piece is the multiple of 3 plus 1. Now row 4, chain 4. Row 4, you're going to add 3 double crochet cluster on top of that 3 double crochet from previous row. And again, if you don't know how to make 3 double crochet cluster, please check my video of step by step how to make double crochet cluster. I add also the link in description box below. When you got the 3 double crochet cluster already, you see on top of the double crochet from previous row. Now you're going to chain 2, and again 3 double crochet cluster on top of the double crochet from previous row. And this is the pattern of row 4. You're going to repeat this again and again and again until you come to the last stitch. Now I have 1 more double crochet cluster to do, and when you come to the end, you're going to chain 1, and you're going to add double crochet in third chain of turning chain. There is the third chain of turning chain. You're going to add 1 double crochet there. And now you have complete row 4. And row 5, chain 3. Turn your work. You're going to add double crochet in the first of double crochet there. Skip the next chain space over there, and you add 3 double crochet in that chain 2 space. You see there? You add 3 double crochet in there. And this is pretty much of the pattern of this row. In that chain 2 space, you always add 3 double crochet in that chain 2 space across. until you arrive to your last chain space, and you do it different. You see, now you're just gonna add 3 double crochet in that chain 2 space, like so. When you get to the last one, you're going to find the 3rd chain. When you see the last one, you're not going to go to that chain anymore. You're going to find the 3rd chain of turning chain, and you add 2 double crochet in that 3rd chain instead. And this is how you finish row 5. And the pattern is pretty much the repeating of row 2 to row 5. You're going to repeat row 2 to row 5 again and again. For size S, I have made in total of 38 rows of this one. Here is the piece that I made from chain 126 plus 1, and I have made total of 38 rows. So my measurement is 38 inches length and 22 inches high. And as you can see, it's turned out pretty nice when the pattern is laid together like so. And now we're going to make the armhole. And again, if you're looking for make different sizes, just get the written pattern please, so that you know how to make exactly how many stitches, and that way you have the pattern in hand. You can make all sizes. This pattern actually offer until size from size S, M, L, XL, 2X and 3X. So if you make it for sale, definitely it's good to get the written pattern so you can offer to your customer in various sizes. And now we're going to make armhole. You see I fold the piece into half, and we're going to find we're going to measure with the measurement tape from where you see where I fold up there in the left corner down to about, I think I make about 5.5 inches, and there I add the stitch marker there, and I'm going to sew from the end, the edge, from the, that is the armhole where I put my hand there. That's going to be armhole. So we're gonna sew from the edge with where I have the thread there. I'm going to use the yarn needle, and I'm going to sew it up. And you're just going to sew it up until you arrive to where you have the stitch marker. You're going to repeat the same step in the other side as well to create both sides like so. And you see there you have 2 armholes left and right. And now we're going to add the stitch marker, one there in the left and one to the right, to mark the point, because we're going to create the collar. And you want to layer your work like this, outside and inside. You can see from the arrow. Now you come to one corner where I add the stitch marker. You see one side at the left I have the yellow stitch marker. You slip knot there, insert the hook, slip knot and chain 2. You're going to put 1/2 double crochet in that chain 2 space. And now 1/2 double crochet at the end of the double crochet cluster. You can see that at the end of that row, you add 1/2 double crochet. And from now on, in each of every chain 2 space there, you're going to add 2/2 double crochet. And you're going to repeat this from now on. In each of the chain 2 space, you add 2/2 double crochet, and the next one is going to be the base of a double crochet cluster. Then you add 1/2 double crochet. So you're just going to repeat this step across from this corner until you arrive into the other side, which you have another stitch marker there. In my case, I have a green stitch marker on the other side. So when you arrive to the green stitch marker, and this, you have complete your first row. And now you're going to chain 2 to build up the yarn. you turn your work over and you're going to add half double crochet front loop only. Now I show you close up. You see the stitch, this show kind of like a V shape, and the loops is have two loops, one in the front and one in the back. Here is the front one and here is the back one. We're going to add only in the front one. So we're going to add half double crochet front loop only, and you're going to do this in each stitch across until you arrive to the other side. And the color is pretty much to repeat this row. You can do as many rows as you wish. For my collar, for my cardigan, I have made total of 13 rows. You're going to do, if you want to make exactly like mine, you can just do 13 rows as well. And after this row, you will see already the texture of the stitch is pretty nice because it have a certain look of 3D. You will see after the first row. Here how it turns out when you only have double crochet front loop only, and you're going to repeat this again and again until you got the rows that you want. I have made 13 rows here, and you can do the same. Now we're going to do a sleeve. You remember here where we saw the side to make the armhole? We're going there. This is the outside, and we're going to make the sleeve from the outside part. So you're going to slip knot into one of the armhole, and now you're going to shank the hook to size 6mm hook. You can't see it. I'm trying to focus, but you can't see it. Anyway, you're just gonna slip knot there in one of the armhole, and in that corner you're going to shank 2 to build up the yarn. And then you're going to add 1/2 double crochet in each of the end of the row. Just make sure that you're not add too many and not too less. So for my size S, I make total of 34 half double crochet. So you shouldn't make more than that. Perhaps if you want, you can make about, let's say, between 34 to 36. Shouldn't be more than that if you make size small like me. And then you're gonna slip stitch at the beginning row, chain 2, and from now you're going to add half double crochet. This time you're going to do back loop only. You see here it's like the stitch I show you. There is a back loop. We're going to add in the back loop only. Don't get confused. In the collar you do front loop, and in the sleeve here you do back loop only. So now chain 2 and add 1/2 double crochet back loop only in each stitch across. And when you come to the end, you're gonna slip stitch at the 2 shank at the beginning like first row. And now you're going to repeat row 2 over and over again for the pattern. For my size S, I have repeat row 2 in total of 12 rounds. Let's say rounds because this is more like a round and not a row. Okay, so you're going to repeat and try it on and see how far, because maybe my arm is longer than you or shorter than you. Yeah, just keep doing that, and I see you when I get into 12 rounds. So here I got my 12 rounds made, and I like to count again to make sure that I have 12 rounds. I do that all the time. And now we're going to do 3 rows of decreasing. To decrease the rounds, I just simply actually shank 2 and I'm add half double crochet back loop only in each of the next 3 half double crochet from previous round. Then I skip 1 stitch. You will see here. I skip 1 stitch and I skip that one, and I add again 1/2 double crochet back loop only in each of the next 3 stitch. and I skip one, and this is what I decreasing this round. I'm going to repeat that again and again, and when I arrive to the other side, I just gonna slip stitch into the first beginning of the 2 chain, and this is how I made round 13, and for round 14 and 15 I'm just going to repeat round 13. And here I have finished my 15 rounds. You're going to repeat exactly the same to create the sleeve in the other side, and you're done. You can also add the buttons if you want to. And if you want to get the written pattern, when you see this video, I'm going to give you a coupon code for the written pattern that will valid for 48 hours. You have all the links down below in the descriptions box. Let me know in the comment if you're going to make one for yourself. And if you do, when you post in Instagram and Facebook, don't forget to hashtag MayaLunaCorazon, Spirit Weaver, be beautiful as you are. All right, my friend. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, comment down below, and I see you next video. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos to come. I love you. Bye bye.